I wanted to show you guys how we kind of prep these black canvases. So I've done half of it at the bottom, and I want to show you how to do the other half. I've taken and dipped my brush into the liquid clear, but I'm just kind of lightly dumping the kind of thick sections everywhere. And that way, you don't get it built up too much in one spot, right? You can really stretch this paint as far as it can possibly go, because you don't want it to be too thick. There we go. Right? And you don't want to have to push too hard on your canvas either. It's going to make your canvas all wavy. But look, we can literally take it and stretch it and fill up the rest. Really work it into the place here. Bam, 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 bam. You really don't want to leave it thick up in the corners, because after a while it'll start to drip down as it's drying. So you really got to do your job. Go to the gym. Get it worked out. This is my gym right here. This is my one arm is gigantic and the other arm is just a little flimsy arm. I don't have the coordination to do it with this hand. Well, I guess I'm getting better now. You really want to flatten it out as much as you can. Get it stretched all the way, because you don't want to have too much. And it's weird that it makes it slippery, even though it feels sticky. Like, it doesn't feel like it would help. It really doesn't. But it does. There we go. Okay, got a pretty good amount stretched across the whole thing. I can look on the side and see I don't have any real dry areas. Now we're going to take a paper towel, fold it over, and we're going to wipe as much of that clear off as we can, because we don't need a lot. Right? We barely put any on. Stretched it out as far as we could stretch it. Whoop, there goes the candle. So now we're going to take it and wipe it, get it all off. And you could tell, just if you're standing here, if you could feel it, it's still wet. I can see how slippery it is. You guys get to see it nice and dark and like kind of one black color when I get to deal with all the glare of the light. So good morning. Welcome to Sunday Seascapes episode 5.
Episode
5, right?
This is like the only consistent thing we've done in our life.
I know. All right, now we're going to we got to cover our canvas with some color so we can paint with our white paint and have all these colors come out. So we're going to pull our blue, which is the Prussian blue this time. And our Prussian blue. Where are you watching from, by the way? Tell us where you're watching from.
Roberta says 1 p.m. because I said good morning, and then I thought about it and was like, oh, or early afternoon, and then I was like, oh, early evening, Allison. Roberta is watching from Ohio, where it is 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
We've got Joe.
Okay, I'm going to switch to a different brush. Welcome, Joe. Welcome to all the members, the YouTube members. If you want to become a member and you're watching YouTube on a computer or a PC, there should be a little join button down around the bottom. Or we can have John in London kind of post the links to be able to join the channel, become the member of the Super Squad, right?
Super Squad!
You get access to all the little dumb things that I don't want to put out to the entire world. All the members get to see. There we go. Okay, we got a little bit of phthalo blue, a little bit of phthalo green on this side, right? Sort of in this angle. We're going to switch back to our blue brush instead of having to wash and then go back and wash and go back. So if you have to re-watch this again and pause me, that's fine. All right, let's take the blue and we'll go this way now.
It seems to be 1 p.m. for everyone.
For everyone watching, I only have East Coast fans, besides Joe Santos.
Babe, you know what we need to do? Probably not this year, maybe next year. Jump on a plane, go to somewhere with a 1 p.m., live time instead of a 10 a.m. live time.
Right.
Land, film, and then when we tell everyone it's 1 p.m., they'll be super confused.
Yeah, they'll be like, wait, it's 4 now. What are you talking about?
No, it would be 1.
Oh, it would be 1 where they are too. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay, a little bit of phthalo green on this side. Just dumping it in there, right? We're not blending anything out. It's just some initial color so we can have a little bit of color when we go to paint.
Hold on a minute. Where does Chris live?
Chris who? Duchette?
Yeah.
In Canada, I thought. See how well I know my fans?
Yeah, he's going to come back and be like, I live in India.
Yeah, no. It's going to be like Indiana, more like
No, India. It's far more fancy.
All right. We're going to go back to the blue brush one more time and just darken up that side.
The reason why I'm confused is because he said that it's 2:30 for him.
It's tooth hurty.
Which would
over there.
mean
The
not
best
for
dentist
you
joke
anymore.
ever. Yeah, not right? There we go. Okay, now we got our canvas fully covered in green and blue and green all over the place, right? So when we go through with our white, it's going to pick up all these different colors. Let's wash these brushes off. Now, if you don't know how we wash the brush, I have an old beater bucket. It's all nasty, and it has a golf ball basket down in the bottom. Now, that's all I had in my garage at the time. What are you guys talking about?
I'm sorry, just hold on. We're talking about makeup stuff. Just one.
Oh, you guys are... No,
Yeah,
don't worry. Don't interrupt my show or anything. It's okay. You little turkeys. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I had a golf ball basket in my garage. That's what I used, you know, just initially to have a bunch of surfaces that I could beat the brush on. If I did it in here, it would just spray all over everything.
Apologies, the
And
artist will now stream uninterrupted.
You guys were talking about makeup? Makeup you were talking about?
Yes, sorry, artist.
All the girls and their makeup. All right. So who's having people over for Super Bowl?
Nobody.
We were, and then my sister canceled on me.
Janice is watching from Vegas.
Hey,
Yay!
Janice!
There's one person in the same time zone as us.
Go Knights, go, Janice. Is it still hockey season? I can't remember. I think it's hockey season. Go Knights, go. And go Raiders, even though I'm a Broncos fan. I live in Vegas. You gotta now be a Raiders fan.
What is that noise?
What's that? It sounded like a horn, like a horn to war from like the Vikings. Like, oh, we're being attacked.
You can still hear it.
Yeah, it's like someone cutting some or using like a.
Is it Homeboy and his drone? Doesn't that drone?
I don't know. I'm gonna kill that guy. I'm gonna kill that. Doesn't he know I'm doing a show? This guy.
We'll have to decorate the outside of the house like the back.
Yeah, I have to hang like a big sheet. Be like, live, please keep it down out there.
Sensation resides in.
Okay, let's pull out a little bit of white onto our fan brush. I love making our clouds with the fan brush on a black canvas because you get all these little wispy bits that are real hard to show up on a white canvas. So very lightly pull it out, right? Even try to leave all of it down there. I don't need a lot. Look at that. Can you guys see? There's not a lot of paint on there. Look. It's not a big glob of paint. There's nothing here. It's nothing. And that's what we need on a black canvas. You need nothing because I don't want to cover the black, right? Which side should the moon go on today? Left or right? Left or right? Do we want a green moon or do we want a blue moon? Come on, let's let the audience decide.
Okay.
While
Are you
I
actually
clean
going to
myself
give
up.
them time to
Yeah.
decide, or are you just
Okay.
gonna change
Time
your
to.
mind
Let's hear
as
what
they're
Bob has
guessing?
to say. Yeah, you have to have dark in order to show light. It's exactly what I said. That's why we're gonna not paint this black canvas. Right or left, guys? Right or left? Write in the comments.
Ramira Photo says, "Is that a Bob Ross bowl head in the bottom?"
Yes,
right?
it is. It's my little guy. He tells me what to do. Here. Well, we can't do a big old tree in this one, Bob, but I hear you. I hear you about the trees. All right, I'm gonna decide since he's.
Okay. All right. Hold on. We've got
right.
left.
Okay.
So 2 for right.
Okay.
3 for right.
3. Okay, it's going to the right. It's a landslide right.
And then we've got a blue and a green.
So 4 to the right. Okay, we're gonna take our fan brush that has no paint on it because I tried to mush it all out down here, and it's gonna show up like we have lots of paint, right? But it's not. It's not a lot because you can see all that blue. If I added a lot of white, you wouldn't be able to see any of the blue. All right, so let's go this way today. Make this nice little messy little thing back here, okay? All we're doing is dropping paint on the canvas. Now we're gonna come in with our 1-inch brush and stretch that paint, okay? We're gonna push, we're gonna pull, we're gonna drag, we're gonna stretch it out and let it kind of flow into this thing. It looks like an
Josh,
X
we're
back
moving
there.
to Ohio.
That's kind of cool. Why? What's in Ohio?
Roberta Harris.
Oh, and besides the crappy Bengals. Go Rams! Go Rams! It's closer to Vegas than Cincinnati. Okay, now, you guys know my little special trick. If this is the first time you're watching,
Stop it.
yes?
You didn't ask why we were going to Ohio. I just made a life-changing decision.
Because
for
Roberta
us.
has muffins or cupcakes?
No, because she is making wings, Hasselback potato bites, beer bread, garlic dip.
Garlic, so double garlic dip.
Yeah, we need to go.
Okay, we're gonna pull out in that same tiny little pile of paint, right? There's not a lot of paint here. It's really not. I cannot stress the small amount of paint that we use on a black canvas, okay? Into the nothingness, right? There's not a big glob. It's very light. You can always add more. You can never take it away once it's up there, okay? So we're gonna push it flat against the canvas and spin without really moving the center of the brush. Spin just like that. Poof, get a little moon.
That's enough for
A
Berta.
lovely little moon back there, right? You can, the more you mess up, the bigger it's gonna get. So just adjust, pull away, and poof, just like that. Very simply done. You can swipe over just a little bit. And again, there's not a lot of thick paint up there, so there's nothing to swipe and move across the whole canvas, okay? Can you guys see the new painting for Wednesday, by the way? Maybe the YouTube guys can only see like half of it, but the Facebook camera should be able to see the whole thing. It's nice. It's really nice.
It's beautiful.
It's going to be fantastic, you guys. Okay, we're gonna come. It's very, very mountainous up on top of this like overlook point. It's very cool. Okay, gonna come back into that same nothingness pile of paint because I don't want a lot of paint on the brush. There's still very little amount of paint on the brush because why? Because we can always add more. That's right. Okay, now I want
to take it away.
I want to start up here in our green area and then move down into the blue, and you'll watch it change, okay? Just like we're writing in cursive. Look at all that green, and then we come down, whoosh, turns into blue over here.
Hey,
It's a
people are
cool-
talking about food.
Are they making you hungry?
Yeah.
It's a cool little way to do clouds, just kind of writing in cursive, right? Really, very messy. Because again, we're going to take that little tiny, small, minute amount of paint and stretch it as far as we can get it to go. And then make it very soft. Look at that. Oh, and just by not over mixing it and leaving those darker areas and lighter areas, and then you can come back to a light area and kind of really work it until it's soft. Look at that. So soft. And then we come over here into where we had our blue paint, and the colors will change all on their own. Don't have to add anything because all we're painting with is white paint initially. And we put those colors down. Look at that. It's just a fantastic, beautiful little floater, soft little cloud back there. We can even do another one.
Babe,
Yes?
there's a gentleman here. His name is Tony Hughes.
Tony Hughes.
He says, "Hi Josh.
Hello.
Love watching your shows and video. A
Thank
great
you.
fan. It's 6:12 here in Aldershot,
Oh,
United Kingdom.
nice. In the UK. Excellent. All right, let's do like a little softer one. Maybe he's much further away.
The
So
reason
we're
why
going to put
that's
him down here on another angle.
the reason why that's funny, Tony, is because I lived in Aldershot in 2008.
Yeah, well, that's where London's from. That's cool. Well, maybe not from, but you know what I mean. Okay, again, dropped a little bit of paint on there. Going to come back not very softly. It depends on how you want it to look. If you really want it to kind of soften, push a little bit harder. If you just want it to leave it a little bit light and not have that lightness kind of blend away, you push a little bit harder or softer. Or whatever I said.
Josh is a YouTube sensation, Roberta.
Yes. Obviously. Right? With my 2,600 fans, obviously. It's just a sensation. Okay, we're going to go up and then across the entire thing. And because we've used no paint, right? Very little, small, tiny amounts of paint, we're not going to smear anything across the canvas, okay? And we leave these kind of real dark areas in there. It's lovely. You can't put the white on top of the white on top of the white on top of the white. It doesn't work like that. Why don't we add just a little bit more to this guy down here. Maybe this guy sits in front of that further away guy now, right? Come back here, and then we just change up our whole sky with a couple swipes. And now this cloud that's here is now further away than this guy that's in the front.
Tanya says.
Just by covering him a little bit.
Tanya says, "Love how you do your clouds."
Thanks. It's very much like a messy cursive writing, you know, nothing really crazy about it. But I love the fan brush because it makes these cool little wispy bits.
Who writes in cursive in here? Because I know you don't.
I can write in cursive.
I know,
you should
it's-
see my print. I should write in cursive because my print is so bad.
But the point that I'm making is it's
All
funny
right.
that you draw clouds cursively and you don't write cursively.
True. Why don't we try, let's do this today. We're going to come up with see if we can't get a straight horizon for once.
Gemma Wilkes says
Just for once, have a straight horizon.
that her boyfriend gave you a death stare earlier. Which
from saying
go Rams.
Yeah, sorry,
Right.
man.
So-
My boss is a Rams fan. I have to go Rams.
So she said he was cooking, minding his own business,
And then he
said,
turned around
"Go
and
Rams."
How dare he?
Like, babe, you've made it if men that don't even know you dislike you.
Yeah, right?
Nothing to do with your art, nothing to do with anything else.
How dare he say that?
That's the world we live in, though.
I'm sorry. My boss is a Rams fan.
I'm not
going
going to be friends with you because you support something different to me.
Okay, now again, with no paint on our brush, right? First, we got to decide where we want our beach. So we're not going to have to paint a whole lot of ocean because we painted a lot of sky in this painting.
She said he liked you, Josh.
Yeah, he did. He did like me until now. Sorry. I said I'm a Broncos fan. It's mainly because I have a Facebook friend named James Barlage who's been posting about the Bengals for... It's so annoying now. There's so many posts about the Bengals. And I just really want him to just be sad. So, go Rams. And I hope James' team loses. I'm sorry that James's team is the same as your team. Nothing against you, nothing against the Bengals. I just want James to lose. That's all. Okay,
What
again,
has James done to you?
Nothing really. I'm going to start with, since we just loaded our brush, again with no paint.
Hey, you have to just hold on 2 seconds. I know we sped through this and it's only
I don't even know what time it is.
10:16.
Oh, I don't have my
Look
watch
at
on
what
today.
you've done and it's not even break time.
I know. This is going to be a quick one. It's going to be like a half hour today. I got to get ready for the Super Bowl, guys.
Babe, we're not doing anything.
They don't know that, though.
I
have I have big art critics coming in to view my gallery today.
You're gonna bring them to the upstairs bedroom?
Yeah,
That's creepy.
Speaking of, the wall doesn't even look the same because I left work early on Friday, and I normally grab all the paintings Friday afternoon, and then I got home and I was like, damn, I have nothing to hang up. So I had to kind of change the way that it looked.
We've forgotten something really, really, really important, babe.
Well, what's that?
If you're watching this video right now, which there seems to be a fair amount of you watching this video right now, if you could share this to your friends or send it to your Facebook page,
Very true.
or send it in Messenger to your grandma, or print it out and take it next door and knock on the door next door and say, please watch this guy on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. You have
If we could just get one extra fan from you sharing the video today, that's what it's about.
It's free.
Right?
Please just press the share button or the like button so that it tells.
And if you're watching on Facebook Live, you can tap the like button or the love button or whatever as many times you want. Or if I make you laugh, tap 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 or whatever, and that'll just kind of tell Facebook that more people need to see this, so it sends it out to more people.
Awesome.
All right, okay, we're gonna go in here, get back into our white, and then underneath our moon, we're gonna have the brightest bit because as we continue and move, this white will disappear and it will change and pick up all these other dark colors, right? So underneath the moon, I want it to be very, the brightest part. But again, not covering all of the water, right? Look at that little black line back there. Just adds distance to the water, okay? We don't need to cover everything. You want to leave little bits of light and dark area back there. And you don't even have to cover the whole smash. You really don't. That's why I say when we paint black canvases, we're trying not to paint. I don't want to paint this black canvas. I don't want to cover all the black. Otherwise, why did we start with a black canvas?
Tony Hughes demands answers, Joshua.
For
He says, was the canvas already black? The show started with you applying clear liquid. Can you explain?
Yes, the canvas. I bought the canvas from Hobby Lobby. It's a black canvas from Hobby Lobby. They're very well done, these black canvases. And what the heck is going on over there? Now it's just too bright. Here we go.
Oh.
And then a lot of people have always asked, as I try to cut out the beginning part where I've prepped the canvas, right? And then we're ready to go and we start painting right away. Otherwise we lose people. You should see, people start watching and then immediately it goes down to the hardcore fans that only watch throughout the whole thing. So, but I've had a lot of question, how do you, did you put the green and blue on first or did you put the clear on first? So I decided, the canvas was already black. That's why half of it was dry looking and the other half was wet. I didn't want to take the entire time. And, you cover it in clear, you wipe it off, you put your green and your blue where you want, right? Different places, there's green and blue kind of right here. You can mix them in certain places. And then we just literally, I haven't touched any other color besides the white. And all the colors that are already on the canvas, the 2 that we initially put on the canvas, are what's showing, right? So wherever, if you don't put any and it's just black, then your white is going to show up very bright, right? Which is why I try to cover the entire canvas with the color. And that way it doesn't immediately go super bright and then we have to try to fix it.
James Barlage has arrived.
Oh, James, did you catch what I said about you? I hope not.
He says, London! No, Josh, I love him too.
Someone was like, dude, he's talking about you. Get over there. Get over there and see what he's saying about the Bengals.
It's funny because it happens to me sometimes when I'm on TikTok and there'll be a different influencer will come into the video and tell another influencer, hey, so-and-so's on live right now talking about you. And they're like, hold on, gotta go. It's happened to me numerous times and it always makes me laugh. So maybe that's exactly what happened.
There we go. Okay, you can kind of tell we've worked our way this way. You can see where we had the green and where we had the blue initially on the canvas, but I want to leave room for like a big wave. I always love painting this because I can see the water move as I'm painting it. And I can just imagine that it's out there and it's moving, and then I get too far gone to then be able to put a wave in and stuff like that. So you don't want to overdo it. Definitely not. And go Rams, by the way.
James Barlage says, we've been here since just before the comment.
Oh, no.
Well, if you don't announce yourselves, we are unaware, we are unable to talk smack
Oh,
about
that's
you.
funny. Hey, man, you know, I gotta, you know, my boss, it's work, it's work. It's nothing personal. Go Broncos, okay? But they suck, so.
You know what's funny? It must really, really speak something to how you feel about the people that interact with you via Paint with Josh. Because most people in that situation would pray for the demise of a team for somebody they knew. Like, oh, my boy is so rooting for... And
yeah,
you chose
that's what
someone,
I did. My boy James.
Yeah, but he's a fan of yours. That's
True.
what's cool about this. Like, that's how it happens.
That's how personable we are around here.
That's why we're moving into Roberta Harris's house. She just doesn't know it yet.
There we go. Just kind of painting in a couple little highlights here and there. And we got like a little bit of movement out there is all. Right, I don't want to do too many though, because we need to decide where our big wave is going to be. And then we can just go over, flatten it out so it's nice and soft. And you can change it and go back and do many, many, many things. Like put a bit of bright white underneath there. Flatten it out. Get a little bit of light underneath your moon. If you wanted to keep going, you could do the whole thing. But skip areas, right? Leave the dark in there. Leave it in there. And if you're wondering why I keep looking over here and not at you, it's because I have a big TV over here that kind of shows me your angle. That way, it's very, like, I can see the moon and like this, but this whole area is all glare. I can't see a single thing. So, lucky for you guys, you're at the right angle. Let's see. I want to see James's live. He keeps talking about going live. And I'm like, come on, see what it's like, bro. Not as easy as it looks, man. Here we go.
Tony Hughes says, I appreciate your answer. Thanks, Josh.
No problem.
Enough love from England.
Hey, hey.
Oh, there's that noise again.
Yeah. It sounds like a plane almost. Okay, let's decide. We're going to have our wave. I think we did the last canvas up to the left, so let's do this one to the right. And if that's the case, really going to have to see. You don't want to come down too far, otherwise your wave gets real small. So if I want to have mine, why don't we throw it back here? Right, like that. And then all this is going to be the crash. All that water is going to come down. It's going to smack into a rock over here. You guys can see. You don't want to have it too rounded, too much like a circle, right? Because it's going to fall like this big, like lazy flap, like a slap at it. So this part, we're going to have our crashing water, right? Just putting some paint up there so we can have something to drag down. And again, it's the lightest, smallest amount of paint ever. We're not painting. We're not trying to paint this canvas. All right, but your angle has to be right. It can't be like a floppy, wavy little bit. You can see I've left that area behind there nice and dark. Just kind of gives it some depth back here. Take this line and we're going to pull it out. Give the wave some backing to it, right? Like it's going to come up on us. Change your angles. Make it look different how you pull your brush, right? I'm retaining that black line right there, all because it was there to begin with, because we didn't cover the canvas. Otherwise, I would have to add it in. We're gonna go back, get a little bit more white, and maybe our next little piece of wave, come in like that, maybe fall back behind this guy, right? And then these ones back here, you can brighten up as you'd like, little highlights and stuff. Take this guy, slide him back. Again, retaining the next dark area. Don't want to lose it all. Right? You can see it starts to kind of roll in at us. Maybe that continued, if it went down behind the wave, maybe back over here. And this side we might not even see because we may put a big rock or something there. Again, we can drag back and just give the indication that the water is moving forward, okay? On this guy, maybe we drag back this way. You don't want to lose all the dark. You don't want to lose all of the depth, right? Every dark bit is another little lip of a wave. This dark section right here looks amazing. If you cover that up, you don't lose it forever. Never going to be as dark as it is initially, right? Even if you go back and put your dark paint over it, it's never going to be as dark. I kind of like the messiness of that right there. I was going to make it like very much the same, but I like it.
There's a conversation happening on Facebook right now about teeny tiny canvases from like Dollar Tree or Dollar General.
Yeah.
And Gemma is going to try this painting on a teeny tiny
On a
canvas.
teeny tiny canvas. Just use a teeny tiny amount of paint. We already talked about that small amount of paint that we're using for this 16 by 20 canvas. You need a little baby amount of paint.
Now someone's outside banging a drum.
Yeah. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool, man. All right, so again, angles, right? It's a lazy flap. It can't go too, and I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to myself.
Babe, Luann is here.
Luann Scruggs?
She said.
She just bought a painting.
That's exactly what she just said.
Thank you, Luann, for buying that painting. I have a 50% off sale happening right now. So if you guys are in the market for a painting, see how we're just tapping in the wave? Gives it a little bit of like watery, splashy bits.
Oh.
If you guys are in the market for a Paint with Josh painting, they're 50% off in my Etsy store right now.
Just repeat that one more time.
If you're in the market for a Paint with Josh painting, they are 50% off through tomorrow, through Monday for Valentine's Day. So get over there, get yourself a painting. Leave this area dark underneath, right? All that light from the moon can't penetrate that far. And then we're gonna leave a dark line around our light area. The eye of our way, the eye of Sauron. Right, work its butt over this way. It's like a comet. Kind of cool. But you want to retain that dark line. I'm telling you now, don't lose the line. Okay, very softly, just to make it soft. Just so it kind of blends out all those little fan brush marks. Do not lose that dark line, okay? Again, it will never, ever, ever come back. And we don't want too much paint. I might add too much paint on my brush for this eye, right? It doesn't need to be so big, right? Again, down here, maybe we can start to shape it into a thing. But the more white we put on, the more we cover the dark.
Who just sent an angry face in the
less
Facebook chat? What did you say that made
I
somebody
don't know.
angry?
I don't know. I don't know.
Was it-
Sometimes people...
Was it the moon can't penetrate all the
Yeah. Right, look, I'm stretching this sucker out as far as it will go. As light as we can get it, right? Ooh, keeping that dark line up there. You can even try to push it a little bit closer because you only need a little dark line, but it gives it that rounded feel. Man, this one's looking good, babe.
John Krasniak is here in spirit. He's unable. An accident up the road took out the internet to their house.
Oh, no.
I know.
That sucks, John. All right, let's do the whole thing with the fan brush. We could do it, right? We don't have to use the filbert for this part. We're going to bounce up with the corner just like we're making little circles.
Tammy Godwin says the first time I
All we need is dark though. Sorry, not the bright. Go ahead.
The first time I saw black canvas paintings, they reminded me of the 1970s velvet paintings that were being sold out the back of vans.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, we're gonna take that corner, just kind of not lifting it off, not making, things, just creating some fog down at the bottom, some crash, some crashing wave, some shadowy bit. All right, just like that. The angle is the most important though. Okay, we're gonna take that very softly, very, very softly. Otherwise it will try to grow on us. I'm only using a couple little bristles on the very top corner of the brush. And maybe you guys can see from this side. So soft. Okay, we're gonna go back and fix that eye area right there too. Come over here, really get it in there. We don't need all that foam right there. So, throw our little bit of white back in, and it'll mix with the colors that are underneath and give us that lighter area.
Also, if you're watching on YouTube, if you could like this video, I mean, if you don't like it, then I'm not sure why you're watching.
Yeah, right. Like the video, guys. Hit that like button. It really helps out more than you think it does. Okay, we're going to go back to our brush that has the light color on it, the same white that we've been using that's sort of changed into like this bluish thing because we're using all these different colors and a very, very, very small amount of paint. And let's add a couple little bits. We're going to pull this downward angle. We're just adding little bits of white down there, okay? I'm going to come back in, a little bit of liquid white on our brush so it sticks on both corners, just one side though, both corners of the brush. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to pop in a bit of spray. Just like that, a bit of spray coming off.
James Barlage says the angry face is so far to the right side. He said it was definitely intentional. Was it from you? Is it you with the angry face?
Yeah, right.
If so, take some deep breaths and relax your face.
Okay, a little bit more liquid white, just so we can get the very shiniest of highlights on top of the wave.
Shirley Benson says, hi, Josh.
Hello, Shirley. Again, the angle is the most important part, right? It's gotta come down. It's gotta look right. Bam, bam, bam. Leaving that darkness down underneath. Maybe not so dark, but you want it to be dark down there. There we go. It's looking good. Looking good. Right, now we gotta throw something up over here. We can throw like some spray, some splash. Maybe it's hitting our ground. So our beach is gonna look like this. Just like that.
James Barlow says, I mean, I should have, but I'm not a hater. John Krasniak has arrived.
JK.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna get a little bit of liquid white, just a little bit. I'm gonna go across different areas.
Libby Goodman is watching from Cornwall in England.
Nice. And we're gonna come down, straight down, make that wet, sandy beach look.
It is your tea time, no doubt. What is you having for dinner? Because we're discussing
Then we
Super Bowl.
swipe over.
Super Bowl food up in here.
Yeah, right.
Which does not
Get
dictate any
that
less
sandy
Britishness.
little beach down there. Now, what if we took some of that and we started to curve it up the wave? Just all messy like. Right, the further we get out to the side, the more to the side they're going to go. And I'm not trying to cover everything. The closer in here, the closer kind of vertically they're going to be. Right? You get all these little things happening inside the wave. It's being sucked up from underneath.
You guys are killing it with that, with those little hearts and thumbs ups. And
Yeah, keep hitting those hearts. Keep thumbing up. Keep loving it. Keep going. Whoa. Right? Whatever that one is. There we go. She's a beauty.
Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, you were talking about the wave.
No, of course I'm talking about you, honey.
You were talking about the wave, though. It's
So
fine.
again, that's how you get that sandy, that little wet sandy beach look. Is a little bit of liquid clear. Liquid white. Right. And we'll bring it up. We'll change the angle of the water and stuff. Like that. A little bit of liquid white on there, straight down though. And to the side. You get those little shiny, wet areas of sand, maybe the moonlight, maybe there's some bioluminescent algae or some kind of something. Something like the crab.
Bioluminescent
Something like the
algae.
crab from Moana. Let's see what they've done. It's a bit of bioluminescent algae. The algae, as the Brits say.
No, we say algae.
Oh, algae? No, you say algae.
Do we?
Yeah, algae.
Has it been that long?
All right, a little bit of that. Now we're gonna
Algae.
throw a big rock in. And since we've been using the fan brush, besides
What are
the
you doing to me?
little bits.
James Barlage says, I'm shiny.
Yeah. Oh, Maui. You little funny dummy demigod. Or whatever he says.
I'm sure it's that, babe. You're pretty good at reciting lines from Disney movies.
I am. Just again, we're trying not to paint the wave, remember, but now we have some choppy look to our beginning there. Okay, a little bit of liquid white on the knife. Scrape up a little bit of phthalo green, put it over here. Just again, so it's not the brightest white, right? Our white has been mixing in with all these colors, except for right here. That's pretty bright white. But I don't want the entire thing to be bright white. We're gonna scrape up a little bit of our water line, come in here. All right, this is where we add our kind of the water that's being sucked up or left behind, or the sea foam. Some kind of something is happening in here. And you just cut it in with your knife. That's really it. Come back in. You want it nice and wet with that liquid white though, so it looks watery. You know what I mean? Come over here. Maybe there's a bit that got left out front and it's connected back. All you gotta do is mess around until you like it. And we'll start sucking some of these guys up into the wave, minding our angles though, right? Over here it's much flatter, up there it's much more vertical. It's being sucked up. We're turning the knife.
James
Pulling it up
Barlage
inside.
says, it looks so good.
Thanks. Pulling it up into the wave. You gotta have that little bit of like curve with it though too.
Alison
Can't just be straight up.
Alison Phipps says, have you seen Sea of Stars?
I have not.
No.
That looks really neat. Again, we're trying not to cover all of this stuff either. Don't want to cover all that. Yeah, we could finish that off with some foam. Call it good. All right, so let's go back to our shadow. Black, blue, crimson, just the littlest bit. And let's continue with this spray. Just up into our ocean a little bit, okay? Because it's come down, it's hit the beach over there, up into the ocean, come back, liquid white, other brush with the lighter color. You can even mix in some of that phthalo green too. And then same thing with just the corner, letting the brush kind of bounce like that. Just the corner though, otherwise it's gonna look like a tree branch. There we go. What do you think, babe?
Amazing,
Thank you.
as always.
Just like that, like it's falling off the edge. Get a little spray on the side. Try not to paint old Bob, right?
Just need paint.
But just because you finish the edge and it's that little bit of corner right there, it looks so cool. It really does. What do you think of the wave? Should we add more little bits to him? Little doers, little nasties?
It's your world, babe.
It's true. It's true. It is my world. But it's what do the fans want is the question.
The fans want you to follow your truth and give them an honest, genuine painting.
Follow my truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Man, I like that. That is a neat one, guys. Scrape some of that foam, but again, trying to leave those darker areas.
James wants to know what Bob has to say.
Bob says this would be a good place for his little squirrel to live. I doubt that.
He's not really on point today, is he?
I don't know that Peapod, the pocket squirrel, could survive in this environment.
I don't think the word pocket should ever go in front of the word squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel.
It doesn't it doesn't sound quite as aesthetically cute as Bob had
There we go.
intended.
Just mixing it up so we get that little bit of mystery. Where does it hit? Somewhere under there. Look at all that dark shadow we retained down under here too. And this is when you could go back in and kind of shape your wave, adding your darks back in different places. Maybe there's a shadow, maybe there's something. And just take a step back and look at it and see what it looks like. What does it look like?
It appears that our Facebook following were rock solid and on the button tapping.
Until now.
And then I'm not sure what happened.
That's okay. A little bit of that dark color in there, just kind of blending it in with the
There they go.
with the eye. There we go, guys. Come on. Help us out. We gotta send it out to more people.
If you are interested in supporting any of Josh's avenues that are not free, the easiest way to do that is to hop over to Amazon and use his. If you do it on an Internet Explorer on your cell phone, use the .com/shop/happy landscape art.
That's it.
That link will actually open up the Amazon app. Anything that you purchase through then will give Josh a couple of pennies that you won't even see. Oftentimes items are cheaper through some affiliate links.
True.
There are a couple of items in his store that do ring up cheaper if you use his link.
Yeah, we had George saying that he saved like $40 on the same stuff just from using my link when he was checking out.
So it doesn't cost you any money. It does just cost an extra step, which is obviously time.
Yeah, you go to my page before you go do your shopping.
Yep. Or if
That's
you
the extra bit.
or if anything in your life needs jazzing up, phone cases,
True. We saw
socks,
we saw-
backpacks, shirts.
Oh, the backpack is so swish. There's someone at the door.
I doubt it.
A little bit of liquid white in there, and then we're just gonna shape it. Shape it how we like it.
Oh, it's UPS.
Oh, nice. And just to add another little piece, another little something being sucked up into that wave, right? Continue on. Looks kind of cool, right? You don't have to just use a knife or anything. You can literally make anything work for you. My problem is I always overdo it. So I'm going to stop now before I lose control. You could take, if you wanted to, and like put some, little highlights way off in the distance, little waves, little stuff, little things, little differences, right? That's all we're worried about. Just having little differences. Man, that looks really, really cool. I wish we had more beach though. That's the one thing. It gets so fun playing with all the little wet sand that sometimes you wish you had some more beach to work with. Here we go. Just coming in with kind of blue and black. Darkening it up is all. That's all.
Just for anyone wondering what UPS had to bring us, they just bought us a new box of hemp wicks.
Oh, hemp wicks for the candles. We have that event coming out. The new event is on the 17th, and I'll probably stream it live on YouTube if we have internet capability for both, and maybe Facebook and YouTube. But you know what it needs a little bit more of? Just a little down here, like it hit the ground right there. Kind of exploded.
Janice says that looks so beautiful.
The little pieces coming down, right? With the fan brush, some of the times you can get these little jets of water.
Tony Hughes says,
falling off.
can everyone else see the cute dog in the cloud in the painting above Josh's head?
Which one?
It's either got to be one of these two middle ones. He's on YouTube, so let's process of elimination.
Right, so
It
it's
would
got
have
to
to
be
be
this one or
babe.
that one. What?
It would have to be
The
this one.
Seascape one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do paint, like, making it up like we do, you tend to get a lot of things happen. That one with the canyon and the waterfall, I painted Falcor from Neverending Story in the clouds, totally by accident. It was not purposeful.
I need Tony Hughes' input.
There we go.
Is it the Seascape?
All right, if we drop a couple little bits of water, like they're falling off, rolling over. But again, do not do too much, okay? It is very possible to get too many. Maybe some guys out here splashing off.
No, Jennifer, we're not done. It's only 10:45.
Yeah, no, we're done.
No, we're not done. Shut up.
We're done, son.
Hey, we're on the West Coast. That means the Super Bowl doesn't start till 3:30.
Well, what are we gonna do? Do a whole nother painting?
No, our plans were to take our daughter shopping for a birthday.
True, we gotta do that.
So we gotta do that. But that's it. And then come home and
There we go. Man, it looks so good.
dig for chips in the pantry.
Yeah, right.
While everyone else is talking about phenomenal setups for dinner. Tony,
Little things.
Tony, which painting are you referencing?
Yeah, which one are you talking about? Tone Balone? Tony Baloney? Look at little different things, guys.
Josh,
Yeah.
John Globeck says, I'm watching this to get some tips. I'm learning to paint better to relieve stress.
Awesome.
I have a seizure disorder. It sucks having those.
I would imagine. It can't be a fun thing. Definitely not.
He says the lightning one.
Yeah, the lightning one. I mean, that would help. That's what I try to do. Is
No,
I mean,
no. Right
Oh.
above your head, the one with the puppy in.
the puppy.
Yeah. Tony Hughes says, can anyone else see the cute dog in the cloud and the painting above Josh's head?
I can't.
And I asked him which one he was talking about. John Warren on Facebook says, I can see the dog, and he's on Facebook.
See?
Where's the dog?
Don't
Where's
know.
the dog?
Okay, I'm just taking a little bit of liquid white and adding a bit of brightness to the edge of the water line. Okay, so it's not all the same color. It's even being pulled back over there at a different angle. I like it, looks neat. The problem is, don't do too many because you can't take it away.
Annette Babcock
It's
can
hard
also
to-
see a dog. It looks like a poodle to her.
Cool. See?
It does, but I want to see it.
That's
wanna
I
be
painted. That's
involved.
why I painted a poodle for you guys.
I want to be involved.
A little bit of white with our little highlights everywhere, but not too many. Otherwise, it just gets wet and nasty. There we go. All right. Okay, what else can we do then? I was going to call it done.
Well, we could talk about my candles.
We could. London has a beautiful candle company called The London Candle Company. If you go to thelondoncandlecompany.com, you'll be able to see. I wish you could smell it through the phone. Wouldn't that be
Oh,
great?
that would be so good.
That would be fantastic. All right, so why don't we take a little bit of our liquid white and we'll go into the blue over here. Make some blue birds. Now, as part of my signature, I do these birds into every painting that we do, and it's like the one way that we get to travel, since we're always stuck here on the weekends doing videos for you. So, did I say stuck here? I mean, we get to be here with you on the weekends. No, I'm totally kidding. Yes, totally kidding. All right, if you've never seen the Yardstick Trick before, the old school, like Da Vinci used to have this thing that would slide across his painting, almost like a ladder at an old library. You just slide across, and that way you could rest your hand. Well, I don't have the money for that kind of easel. I'm on a budget, so I have a yardstick. You can touch it anywhere to your painting as long as you have some space underneath. Then you won't touch what's down there, right? And it'll steady your hand for some far off little things. You should have seen the birds when I first started painting them without the yardstick. Like sometimes you mess up or you touch too hard and they become like big and then they'd be gigantic. And that's not what we want. Let's see, let's put them up in this real dark spot right here. Yeah, as part of my family, it's me, my wife, and my daughter. And that's how we go flying through all of our scenes. So if you've ever seen these three in that orientation anyway, then it's probably my painting you're looking at. So we encourage everybody to do the same though. You know, if you have 5 members in your family, put 5 birds. If you have 1, just do you. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be 3. It doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be anything. So I really like this water, except for this spot right here.
What spot?
This spot. It's like too bright or at the wrong brush stroke. There we go. That's a little bit better. Almost looks like that dark area is like a maelstrom maybe, or a hole in the ocean where you can fall down in if you were an old sailor. All right, let's get our liquid white. And we'll sign this sucker over here this time. Bam. So yeah, you can go to the LondonCandleCompany.com, get all of London's candles. They're fantastic. They smell lovely. She put one in a little jar and put a sticker on it for me. How about that? But do we have any other ones? Can you hand me that one, babe?
Oh, yeah, I have this one. That one's 7.5 ounce.
7.5 ounce jar. It's beautiful. It's got this mica powder with the glitter on the top. It's fantastic. It comes with the natural hemp wick, so there's not a lot of soot when you burn it. It burns very evenly. I think we left one on for like 12 hours, and it only got down a little bit. Like a lot of the times, you know, we've been experimenting with the candles, trying to figure out what works the best, what kind of wax, what kind of wick, what kind of this or that, or what kind of container. And we forgot that one night and figured we'd go out to it being dead or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was still going crazy. These hemp wicks are nuts. And they burn very clean. It's like a little small flame, burns very clean, not a lot of soot. So go to thelondoncandlecompany.com. And what was this one? They're like $9, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super cheap. Compared to, you know, Bath and Body Works, $25 candles.
And you don't know what that's made of.
Yeah,
Like,
this
I
one
actually
made-
touch this stuff. It's
yeah.
not mass produced in a factory with some additives
True.
and preservatives and all that rubbish.
Made in our kitchen. You should see the state of the kitchen. You really should see the state of it. Oh my God, what is this? It's got like eucalyptus
Yeah, it's
and...
minty koala.
Oh.
Sleepy koala.
Yeah, sleepy koala. So it's got mint and eucalyptus. Oh man, it's so good. Here you go, baby.
Thanks, babe.
No wonder.
I also do these little roll-on perfumes.
Oh yeah, we got
Tell
those
them
coming
about-
out too.
Tell them about what.
Yeah.
what
So she
happened.
goes, here, babe, try this little roll-on thing, and she rolls it on my wrist, and you're supposed to like rub it together, but I'm a man and I don't know that, so I'd smell it, and then my jacket goes back over it, and now my jacket has soaked up the bit of essential oil that was like extra, and it smells so fantastic. I was sitting there this morning going,
What's the
Smelling-
smell that your jacket has?
it was banana Laffy Taffy, which is one of my favorite Laffy
Yeah, but
Taffy.
what's the scent in my store called?
Oh, monkey farts. Yeah, that's the best.
It makes me laugh. So Josh's jacket now smells like
Yeah, it smells like
farts.
monkey farts now.
In case you've ever wondered what it would be like to stand next to Josh, he smells like monkey
I
farts.
Oh, I'm smelly. All right, well, I like this one, guys. There's really nothing much else to do but clean the brushes.
There is like a full-blown conversation.
Nice, quick little black seascape.
There is a full-blown conversation about the dog in this painting, and I can't see it.
Right? Sometimes you have to like screenshot it and then draw it. Like they draw it around the color.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I see it now.
I hate that when people post things like that on Facebook, and it's like,
It's
you
like
know,
find the
don't say when you see it. You're
Yeah.
like, what's
yeah, and you're
what
like,
are we
I
looking at?
I wish someone would say it because I feel like an idiot. I can't see the thing.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
Be like, don't say anything, just share, okay?
Right, they're like,
See it.
do you see it looks like a poodle? Tell me where it is in the painting.
Yeah, is it in the top?
Is it the top left? Is it the top right? Is it right in the middle? Is it the negative space or is it actually the cloud?
Yeah.
Come on, people, please.
Come on, Speeples. And you see these waves that I paint, right? Some painters just paint the same wave over and
To
over
the left of the lightning.
and over again, okay? I try to paint different things for you guys, show you little different cool little things, and, you know, hopefully you appreciate that.
Looks like
Versus, you know,
looks
some
like a
painters
Shih
that just
Tzu to
paint
me.
the same wave in every seascape. It's the same angle, the same curve, the same color, the same this, the same that.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, why does everyone like this guy? He just paints the same damn wave over and over and over again. But, you know, whatever. That's why you guys come to the channel, because you want to know, you want to have the, you know, the wet on wet technique, but paint different stuff, right? Why do you paint the same thing over and over and over again?
I mean, you could. It would just, you did that 10 times with the drop off.
Yeah, with the drop off until it stopped selling. I still have number 10. Yeah, I think it's number 10.
Okay, hold on.
Or number 11.
I'm gonna figure out this poodle thing. Hey, we have Claire is here from Quebec.
Hey, Claire. Hey, Claire. Sound like an old man. All right, we're just washing the brushes off, Claire. I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it.
I can see it.
I can see clearly now. The rain is a dog. What? Where?
Right here, look. It looks like a little dog crouched. No, you have to look at me. You can't look at the wall. See it? Like 2 eyes, a nose.
That's a little dog crouched. Looks more like a
Like
vulture's beak to me. Right?
Yeah, see, Janice can see it. Oh, it's magical.
All right, guys.
If you don't have a London candle, please, please, please go to the LondonCandleCompany.com. You can you could also spend as little as $5 if you sign up with your email address. There's a 50% sale on
50% off on London's store, 50% off on my store. It's a lovely weekend.
I know, both, but the only senses we please are your eyes and your
Right.
nose.
If you like looking at nice things, paintwithjosh.etsy.com. If you like smelling nice things, thelondoncandlecompany.com. I'm always afraid to like really give it a hard sniff in case some of the glitter that falls off when we do paintings like shoots up my nose.
Maybe.
Speaking of glitter, we have to glitter this one up.
Maybe you'd have a
There we go. We're gonna tilt it back a little bit.
brighter ideas with glitter in your.
Yeah, right. Sparkly ideas. Okay, we have Recollections Extra Fine Glitter. This is in the ocean blue. How about that? That's why we use it on our ocean paintings, right? I do, you got to be very gentle with this stuff. You don't need a whole lot. So I crack the top open. You can get this for like $2.99 at Michael's or whatever it is. And we're just going to give it a couple little swipes. Hopefully just a little bit of glitter falls out. And that's all we really need, right? Swipe there, bam. Don't want to do too much. A couple little sparkles in the sky, right? It looks lovely, you guys. What does Bob have to say about it? Let's put a few little highlights. That's what we did. Little sparkles. Little sparkles in the sky. We should add some stars, right? Definitely. Let's add some stars.
No, I wouldn't. The glitter acts as stars. I can see it from all the way over here. It looks
true, but doesn't it need something
No,
more?
it's
It needs a
amazing.
couple little.
No. Why do you always try and do
What about like
more?
a shooting star?
Just
Some
one.
kind of something.
Just one.
One shooting star. That's all I get. Well, okay, fine. Okay, we're gonna go liquid white onto our little brush. We're gonna make a little dot. And we gotta decide the angle of our shooting star. Since London's only giving me one shooting star, we gotta decide the angle. So, should we have it coming down into the earth or going like passing by? Let's have it going down. We're gonna drop a dot of liquid white right in the center right there. Little dot. Gonna mix it up the smallest little bit. Just in little circles. Okay?
Janice said stop. Just one stop.
Just, yeah, one star, that's it. It's like another little, it's a far off planet.
Okay, Tony Hughes says, what about the hand in the one you're painting now, Josh?
Hand.
Lower right cloud. Oh, I see. Oh my goodness. It looks like this, babe.
Oh, it's like a little baby hand, almost.
Like this.
Yeah, like reaching out. Yeah, I see. Okay, we're gonna do the shooting star. Very dry, clean brush. Pick your angle, be very straight. One time is all you get. It's all you get. One time. Start at this corner and then work its way through all the bristles, okay? One time. Be good to me one time. Just like that.
Joe Santos, Roberta Harris. I see the hand.
Yeah, right there, definitely.
That's mind-blowing.
I mean, it's almost like wants to be noticed. It's like, hey, don't forget about me. All right. Well, besides that, one shooting star. You guys are like, you guys don't even know it. If I put a whole field of stars in there, you'd be like, oh yeah, no, it looks better that way. You're right. But
No,
you don't even
we're all
know.
telling you no.
You don't trust me.
You're right. That's why I'm here. That's why the viewers tune in on a Sunday.
You guys don't trust me. We're gonna have to get a new.
So that I'm here with you.
Gonna have to get a new micro liner brush out. So you guys can find these in my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/happylandscapeart, right? I get a couple pennies when you guys buy a pack of these. So buy like 1,000,000 of them, and then I'll have 1,000,000 pennies. Let's see.
Right.
And it has, I mean, they have all different sizes and thicknesses. And did that just go in the cup? I think it just went in my paint thinner.
It's alright, it will dissolve.
So, I mean, they've got big, thick ones. This is even thick compared to normally what I use. But they go down very, very, very small to like the teeniest, tiniest little thing you can get. So, but you guys don't even know what you're missing. So I'm going to show you what you're missing.
We said 1 star. What are you
Just
doing?
a couple. Just a couple. You gotta have them back in there. Just gonna do a few. Just touching. That's all we're really doing in the darkest areas. Trying not to make like straight lines and stuff like that. But look, just a couple little, those little doers, a little bit extra.
Stop it!
Just a little bit extra.
Oh my goodness. Everyone's yelling at you.
Everyone, huh?
No, just me.
There we go. That's
I
it.
see John Krasniak even said sometimes less is more.
Listen, Johnny. Johnny number 5.
You know, for anybody who...
I've had 4 versions of John Krasniak before. He's Johnny number 5.
For anybody who wants to be as cool as John Krasniak, what you could do is purchase a Josh Kirkham painting and then hang it up in your house and have everyone convinced that you painted it.
True. Because our initials are the same, John Krasniak. He had bought some paintings and he had some family come over. They're like, wow, John, you painted that? Holy crap, like, how did you do that? And he was like, nah, it's this other guy. It's this other guy. But, okay, well, hopefully I showed you how to do a few things that you didn't know how to do before or were struggling with or, you know, whatever.
I can't, Janice. I can't. I've tried. She said, London, make him stop.
I'm stopped. That's it. It's done. Is my hat on straight?
Tony Hughes
Is my hat on straight, guys? I can't tell.
No, your head's not even on straight.
No,
Why
I
are you
know. My
asking about
head's
your hat?
my head's gigantic.
Tony
Just
Hughes
wear a hat
says
like
you're
this.
amazing and you don't even know it.
What's up, dudes? This is how we're gonna pay a Seascape, brah. It's Jeff Spicoli, brah.
Stop it.
Okay.
People will
Stop
come.
being dumb.
That's fine.
Yeah, no.
Tell
That's
everybody.
that's when the new person just tuned in. They're like, "What the hell is going on in this?" I'm out. I'm out.
Tell
Now.
everybody, anybody you come in contact with in the next week, between this today and next weekend, here's what you have to do. You need to send the live to a friend and say, oh my goodness, he mentioned you in this live.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Johnny. Hey, Bill. Hey, Susan. Hey, Charlotte. I bet you there's a Charlotte watching. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Steve. Welcome back, David. It's good to see you again. Hey, Brett. Hey, hey, Matt. Hey, Jay. Hey, everybody. Hey, all I can think of is John. I don't know. Hey, Josh. There's probably another Josh watching. Hi, Josh. Welcome to Paint with You. So, besides that, I don't even know what time it is.
It's 11
It's
o'clock,
11. All right,
barely 11 o'clock.
let's get it out and done. We were done like half hour ago. Now we're just filibustering.
I know, but it works good for the government, so it works good for us.
Yeah, true, right? So, but yeah, check out this painting that we did. It's almost got like an angel in the sky, right? With these wings flying out. It's very cool. Like we're up on top of this like lookout point. We have this path leading up to this thing. It's very, very neat, very pretty, very soft, and very textured. You can see it all from the side. Look at it. When we talk about, can they see? You gotta tell me when to stop. When we talk about how thick we make the trees.
It's dreadful.
Here, hang on.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We can kind of see now. Go back this way.
This
Go-
way.
Oh, slow. No, you need to do slow. Just no, this way. Go that way. Pull like this.
See how textured they are?
Right there.
And then it's like super thick on the trees, and that way our highlights will stick to it very nicely. But yeah, that's coming out on Wednesday. Oh! I just caught the dog. That was a good catch.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it may be worth rewatching.
I touched the bottom as I was hanging it up, and then it flipped it and came off. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out.
Yay,
London's gonna hit the buttons soon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta get up.
You were watching the painting fall?
No, I was watching everybody else comment.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you so
Well,
much.
keep commenting. Actually, go back and rewatch it after we turn this off, and then comment more. Right? That's what I do. I have to go back. Not have to, but I finish the painting. I go downstairs. I smoke, and then I reply to all of you guys. So when it's like, Paint with Josh replied to your comment that was an hour and a half ago. That's why, because I have to go watch the video back and try to reply to every single comment going, haha, or thanks, or good idea, or this or that, or, hi, Steve, or whatever. So, Steve, Alan, Steve. Steve.
That's not Alan. That's not Alan.
Oh, man. What does Bob have to say as we're heading out today? Yeah. If we don't like our seascape, we'll turn into some happy little trees, apparently.
Lots of them with the forest.
Yeah, happy little accidents, right? No accidents. Mistakes. I'm flustered.
That's about the only thing Bob said today.
Yeah, right.
Enjoy your pocket squirrel.
Yeah, the pocket squirrel. This would be a perfect place for him to live. I love that we didn't even do like a big rock or anything.
Christina
either. It's just all
Martinez
water.
says, what size is this canvas?
A 16 by 20 inch. It's the normal. I like buying the stuff that you can get straight from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Not doing anything special to it, right? We do use the Bob Ross paints because I have so much of them before the dumb documentary. And Winsor and Newton and Gamblin 1980 paints. So you don't need to, have the same stuff. I don't like you to do anything special, right? All these guys, they go, okay, we gessoed and then we sanded it and then I gessoed it and then I sanded it. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, that sounds like way too much work. Why can't I just go in and paint and just be done?
Welcome to the Paint with Josh live, where we're here for 8 hours while you watch me paint gesso.
Yeah,
and it dry.
let's gesso, let's wait 15 minutes, then we'll sand, then we'll wait, and then we'll gesso again. It's just too much work. So I like to show you guys, you can literally go buy it at the store, the same thing I just bought at the store, take it home, use the same things I use, and come up with the same exact result, okay? So that's what I like showing you guys.
Which means that he has no idea how untalented a lot of us are.
I'm telling you guys, you do exactly.
And I can't paint like that.
You get the same canvas, you start in the same spot, you do the same motion as many times as I do. You got to really count them. You're like, 7.5 strokes he did on that.
Right.
No, I mean, come on. I've seen a lot of stuff get sent in by people that's fantastic. And even if you go in a different direction, if you only did this bit of my wave, I'll be able to recognize that. Like, oh, that's where she did mine. Or, a lot of people go, I mixed Paint with Josh with Bob Ross and came up with this. And, or, Paint with Kevin or Painting by Justin and Paint with Josh all together. All of us together, right? But yeah, I can tell where you watched my video, how you did your wave. Maybe it's the moon technique with the brush. Maybe it's the shooting star. Maybe it's something that I can always tell where you guys have picked up. So I'm happy. Thank you for watching the videos. And hopefully I can continue to keep bringing you cool things that you want to paint, right? That's the hardest thing, is deciding what to paint that's going to, reach a lot of people that are going to want to paint that. Do you want to paint a black canvas seascape? Well, a lot of people do, okay. Do you want to paint a sunset? Well, okay, I've got those too. You want to try to reach everybody, to give something to everyone. Where the water spout ones that work. That's my most favorite one, with a freaking giant tornado that comes down into the ocean. Fantastic. Doesn't have a lot of views though. People don't like it. Well, I don't know if they're nervous to try it because it's such a bravery test,
Christina Martinez says, do you varnish your paintings? Why not, and when do you varnish?
Okay, so I do on some of them, black canvases especially. You can tell, it's over there now. I did that one though, but not that one. You can tell the differences from when, like, this blue seascape up here is not varnished, so it's very much matte. There's not a lot of glare to it. Like, this one has a lot of glare because it's so wet, but when you put the gloss varnish on, you get that same amount of glare. So depending on where, it's going to hang or what the lighting is going to be like. But a lot of times I do varnish the black canvases because it makes the black so much blacker and the bright so much brighter, and it just gives it a lot of depth, like you're looking through a sheet of clear something, and it just gives it a lot of depth. And I use Gamvar gloss from Gamblin, almost out actually, only got about that much left. But I have a video about it. You can go watch the video. I have a whole how-to section in the playlist section of my page, and it's got how to varnish, how to liquid clear, how to liquid white, how to paint a dramatic sky, how to do lots of stuff. So check it out. Go check the playlist. They got Josh's favorites, which I watch all the time. And this one will probably go into the favorites because it just turned out so good.
Jonathan Edley says, how long does it take for the liquid black to dry before you put liquid clear on it?
For the liquid black to dry? So this one I bought a black canvas. It was already black. I didn't have to do anything to it. But when I liquid black a canvas, like if there was one that I didn't like and I went over it with liquid black and really blacked it all out, it might take 4 days to dry, usually. You can't go, if it's tacky at all, it's sticky at all, you cannot paint with it yet. It's not ready. You want to have it be completely dry. Otherwise, it's going to make every single bit of bright color that we have in here dulled down darker. And that liquid black will mix in with everything. It's not good. So maybe 4 days, 3 days, 4 days, depending on how black you know, how thick you make it. You really want to stretch like I showed you guys, we stretched the clear. You really want to stretch the black too. Otherwise, it takes longer and longer and longer to dry. Yeah, and the reason that we cover the canvases with the varnish and stuff is to protect the colors from sinking, right? You don't want eventually, you want to paint your painting brighter than you really want it because the colors will fade a little bit as it gets older and sits a little bit longer. And the black varnish or the clear varnish kind of brings out those colors a bit more. But I do it on some, I don't do it on others. You know, maybe one of them sells before I have the chance to do it, or I just forget about it, or I like the way it looks, or I'm out of varnish, or I don't do it. So you don't have to do it on every one. It's kind of a choice. You could do it. I could literally just gloss the ocean part of this painting, and so it would look, you know, more reflective like water.
Sounds like a really cool idea. You should definitely do that.
Yeah,
That's right.
And not do the sky at all. You know what I mean? Or do the one cloud or not the other, or one tree or not the other. You know what I mean?
Moon in the ocean, done.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing. Do the moon in the ocean.
Well, we love you guys.
So, oh, now London wants to leave.
Now it's 11:11.
Oh, 11:11. We got to cut it. Cut it. So, all right, guys. Well, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging out and painting this painting. You know, go Rams or go Bengals, whichever one you want to go. I'm on your side. Okay, I don't even get mad
or
at
you
me.
can just eat and not watch the game.
True.
It's totally up to you. But if you
if we want to put some bets down, we got to go before the game starts.
No bets down. I don't care.
Okay. It makes it more fun to watch.
I know, but I don't know anything about teams.
That's the best part. That's the best time to bet. You're like, I like gold and yellow and blue. Those are pretty colors. I want that team to win. That's how women bet. Most.
Right.
Take that back. Retract.
Yep.
That's how some people bet. I like this color.
Yeah.
So.
That guy runs fast.
Yeah. London made a crazy bet one time. And
not crazy with dollar amount.
No, it was like she thought it was years ago before there had ever been a safety as the first score of the game, and she's like, I think there's going to be a safety as the first score, and I was like, babe, like, look, I love you, but it's never been a safety as the first score. It's like ridiculously impossible to get a safety on the first score. That's dumb. So she was like, she felt really bad about it, and then I felt really bad about it afterwards.
He's lying.
So the day comes. Guess what the first score of the game is? It's a freaking safety. And she had like 50-1 odds. I think you put down like $5.
Yeah. And
we won $200. So and I was like, you know, it's a throwaway $5. It's a throwaway bet. $5, whatever. And it was crazy the first time there was ever a safety score.
Annette Babcock just said, my mom used to say, he's got a cute butt. I want that team to win.
See, there you go.
Yeah. See, I'm totally for betting on butts.
I love this little bit of... Does anyone else like this little bit of spray? Does it look like spray that's coming off, or does it look like it's attached to the wave?
No, it looks good.
Like it's bits of water that are falling.
Yeah.
I like it. Looks really neat.
Thank you for
all right, guys.
in.
We'll see you next Wednesday with this very pretty little pink kind of overlook point landscape that we're going to put out. And then we'll be back for Sunday Seascapes episode 6, and I'll be replying to all of your comments here very shortly. So... you know, if you have anything to say, type it now, and I'll get to it by the time I see that part of the video. So, until then, until Sunday, we will see, or until Wednesday, or whenever you see me next, you might watch another video right now.
Or if you live in Vegas, you might see him at Walmart.
Possibly. I'm gonna mask up though, so no one can tell.
Yeah, and then
like you won't be able to see.
Around. Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
you won't be able to see my giant Paint with Josh shirt.
Yeah.
I went to the store one day, and I came back and I said, London. Oh, it was at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
And I told London, I was like, man, I was standing in line and someone came up to me. I was like, are you Paint with Josh? Oh my God, I watched it. And she was like, really? I was like, no, it didn't happen. But I wanted it to stand there like this in line. Just, you know, anybody approach me? Anyone ever seen me before? No? Okay, that's fine. And I just sat there defeated. So, all right, well, let's hit the buttons, babe. We love you guys. Take care. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Can't wait to see your version of this painting. And we'll see you the next time we see you. Bye. Pow, right? We gotta do the pow.
That's what I was waiting for.
Signature.